Oh, I forgot my camera again. One second. Oh, where did I put the second? There. Point the camera towards me. And my very, very handsome face. Turn on the light so I don't look like a goblin. Alright. I gotta just turn it on and off again. Hang on a second. Yes, I'm almost there. There we go. Actually, remember to double check to make sure my audio was working correctly. So unless everything's set up incorrectly, it should be working. I mean, I could see like the visual things for my audio, so we should be good. Just give me a second. I'm gonna play with the camera for a bit. This is the tweaked stuff. It resets to like a default, and I don't know why it does that. Oh well, I think it's like a camera that has like auto adjustments. So every time I start the camera, it just like adjusts the settings that it chooses. And I'm about to eat all that. Let's see, brighten me up. Make it a little bit more saturated because I look very pale, but that's kind of just the default. I am very pale. Tweak the white balance. Come on, come on. I don't need to be that red. Go like right there, just a little red. Should I zoom? How much do we want to zoom? Let me center me a little bit more. Or at least center to what I like. There we go. Nah, we don't need zoom. Focus is good. Exposure. Play with that for a bit. I can do like an additional exposure, just like one. This feels pretty decent. Is this supposed to be that blurry? Or is that just like me? Anyways. Okay. It's not a super expensive camera anyway, so I guess it makes sense that it's not like super fast or anything. Or it doesn't have like a super great FPS. Or capture. I don't know the words. I'm not a filmographer. Okay. Got my coffee. Got some sparkling water. Let me set up my art. I just finished a post on Instagram. I said like a robot. But yeah, I just posted some art to my Instagram that I worked on last night. Or well, I mean the drawing itself took. I like making drawings while I'm at work. Anytime I'm sitting down, I just grab my sketchbook. That's not true. I'm usually looking at my phone, but sometimes I squeeze out a drawing. But yeah, this is just a few characters that I've been thinking up. Let me change this to overview so you can see the full thing. Yeah, this is. Hold on. Okay, now I'm all set up. So the first one is a Circle of Spores druid, also a Furbolg. Furbolgs are a little vague in D&D. They don't really have a lot of explanations. I think in like second or first edition of D&D, they were just like a random like race of magical beings, magical men. They just look like normal humans. But I think as of like 4E, 5E, they become more, I don't know, cow people. I've seen them as both like regular people with just like the cow ears and then people with like actually the cow snout. And personally, I think they look kind of adorable as like the little cow snouted people. And also just like having a cow folk people that are like slightly giants, slightly elves. I think that's interesting. You know, like it makes it so they're not just blue beings with funny ears. That's always like an issue in like alien and fantasy shows where like an entire race is just slightly different humans. It's still humanoid, so. But at least making it a cow at least gives us something a little bit more different. Anyways, this is based off of Susie from Little Witch Academia. Because the Circle of Spores Druid has a lot of stuff about like you can make zombies of the creatures that like pass while in your like in a certain zone, and something about all the mushrooms, the undead, like that just screamed sushi to me. So that's that character. Then I have this priest. So there's a very edgy class now in Tasha's Cauldron for D&D, the monk called a Way of Mercy. You basically wear a plague doctor mask and you can hurt or heal people as you like. And so I thought something fitting that like that those dark cloak vibes while still having this like spirituality made me think of like a priest. And then I started thinking like what would a traditional Catholic priest, or not, I'm not even sure Catholic, but like the dark gown, the little white thing on the neck, I don't know what they're called. I thought it would be like an interesting visual. And then going off of that, I decided to play into like maybe he's he comes off as a like very friendly like priestly character that ends up being like super dark underneath all that clothing. They end up being like, well, in this case, it's somebody that worships a death god, a lawful neutral death god, but a death god nonetheless. And then along with that, also going off of the wolf in sheep's clothes idea, I went with making him a shifter. That way he actually like is a wolf in sheep's clothes. So like he, gives off such, pleasant vibes. Although I guess any normal player would be able to see like, hey, this guy's kind of freaky. Like he keeps like cackling to himself, and that's not a hero thing to do. That's very villainous. But yeah, that would be a very fun character to play. Although I think it would be really hard to play friendly. He's he's still like a healer, and he does nice things. It's just some people get a little uncomfortable being around somebody who worships a death god. But they just need their eyes to be open. And then this is a completely uncopyrighted character that is not a reference to anything. I played around with like one of the custom lineages. I saw some people, they made their custom lineages into like a half-elithid, and I decided to make this like my interpretation of what a half-elithid looks like. At least this Jotaro type character, what he would look like as a half-elithid. So the idea is that I did some sketches. Let me pull it out actually. So like a few various interpretations that I saw online. Let me see if it's on camera. Okay. So I did like a few thumbnail sketches of what that could look like. So these first two on top. Sorry, I'm trying not to knock anything over. So these first two up top are kind of like what I would default as a half-elithid, where they're just purple humanoids with maybe pale or no hair, but they seem to have like these pockets or like these openings along their cheeks, and that actually is like where their jaw can unhinge and then stretch to reveal like all the tentacles hiding inside of them. Then I also have something a little bit more elithid looking right here, and then kind of like a malformed literal half human, half illithid, where like maybe something during the process went wrong, and instead of becoming like a perfect blend of human and illithid, they ended up just becoming like malformed. Because I see like a bunch of different interpretations of half illithids, where some of them look like broken experiments, some of them literally just look like illithids but friendly, and then others are just like humans but like there's something sickly about them. So this is kind of like a way to like blend all those ideas, where it's like depending on what stage of the process they get to in their transformation and where it stops, decides kind of like what general vibes they have. This one is mostly human, but still gets all the cool telekinetic abilities and all that. But yeah. Then after I did all the half-elithid stuff, I went with just like a JoJo's reference for everything else. pretty much kind of just like interpreting all of his outfit and everything into something more D&D based. Star Platinum barely needed anything. I also thought it would be funny if he's at a half illithid, that his like astral perfect self would just be a squid. It would just be a squid man. It would just be like a full illithid but buff. A buff illithid would be terrifying. It's like they're buff and they got brain powers too. That's crazy. Anyways, but yeah, had a lot of fun with these. As you might be able to tell, I put way too much thinking into like some of these character designs that I may never even touch or play. I've made a lot of character designs that I've never touched or played. But yeah, I played around with different stuff on this one. Hold on, let me see. You can see like all the changes I go through as I work on this. Just like tweaking everybody's palettes, evening out all the lines, or like stretching it out so it fills the canvas perfectly. Yeah, that's that. No, I do not want to say that. Oh, and then there was the owl. That was a moment from one of my campaigns that I'm playing with some friends. Just an owl guy. He just started collecting some rats to eat, like snack on the way on the road. Did I just do that on camera? No one saw me lick my mug. There was a single drip of coffee and I needed to get it. Okay. Now we can get back to the actual art part of the stream. So here's where we left off last time. I think I was working on getting the outfit all lined out. We got mostly through it. And then I have all the time in the world to work on the hair. And then I wanted to also include this just so like you can get an idea where we're going to be by the end of this. And these are all going to be flames. So like they look like, I don't know, magic or something. But it will be like fire. I am going to try to spend a lot of time to get the exact texture I'm looking for. Like I want a very wispy line look to it. But we'll see how I do that. 1 second. Just a second. I'm looking up something for a reference. Really? I'm looking up a character from My Hero Academia involved with a lot of fire. You guys might already know what it is if you're also a weeb. And I want to use that as kind of a reference to how to draw fire. But for some reason, I'm not finding any pictures of them with fire. It's just the character, which I mean, I love the character design, so I get it. But not very helpful right now. Anyways, it's alright. It's alright. We don't need it. We're just gonna go on our own. Yeah, first I need to finish up the lines on this character. Okay, so this is line art. This is the sketch. I'm also gonna keep it like a pencil texture because I really want to see if I can like keep that pencil-y, sketchy look without like losing too much. So instead of like doing a clean ink line art, this is gonna be more sketchy, but like still controlled. Basically, is what I'm gonna go for. So we're just gonna go right back in it. That's not the color. That's a very different color than what I thought was gonna happen. Here we go. First of all, I can already see this little mark right here. Where's this? There it is. There's like a single pixel of color that I saw. I'm gonna do like a 12. I can't remember what the pencil size was last time, but it definitely needs to be bigger than the standard. Now, hold on, let me turn the canvas a bit. There we go. That'll probably help me get all the lines in that I want. I'm not following the guide exactly. What does it look like without the lines? It's a little too skinny on this side. Let me see if I can just add a little bit to it. Change the direction a little bit. There we go. I think that's the one. And then I just gotta blend it. Like nothing happened. Nothing at all. You can see I also gotta finish this little line here. Sometimes you miss things when you're lining over a sketch. That's okay. Okay, let's see. Trying to think. There. Then I'm also going to be going over some lines in order to make them a little bit thicker. Just, you know, have a little bit more variance on the line weight. How big is that? Are her thighs too big? Yeah, they're fine. They'll be fine. Big thighs never hurt anybody. Without consent. Move this over a bit. Trying to think how this would look in jeans. Jeans aren't very good at letting people separate their legs like this. I need to do it in a way that doesn't like look like I'm putting too much unneeded attention there though. I like this song. Kind of reminds me of Remy Wolf. I think that's her name. Let me double check. Yeah, it is. Has like a very like, I don't know, off-tempo, almost talking singing, which I enjoy. Random details no one will notice, but it's important to me. Belt loops and pockets. I know that's very mystical, like female pants with pockets. I said female. Women's? Yeah, I can just say women's pants with pockets. Although, are they real pockets or are they fake sewn in pockets? Who knows? Only this, only this girl knows. And only she can decide. She has bigger focuses on oh my goodness. I cannot say sentences right now. Only she knows. And she has bigger concerns than whether or not she has working pockets. Functional pockets. Same thing. I'm a little off today, but we're alright. We'll make it through. This is too much work to be done. I'm gonna Google real quick to see how. This is gonna probably be an incognito search. Girl in jeans. Let me write woman in jeans, just make sure I don't get flagged. Woman in jeans, legs spread. Oh, this actually works. Oh, yeah, that's yeah. These are really helpful, even if some of them are definitely not for research purposes. Sorry, coffee break. I should probably use this one because there's like not too many wrinkles, and that's probably for the best. Because I know there's some pants that are more like stretch pants or leggings, so jeggings. Anyways, so that's probably explains why they're not like super like wrinkly or anything. Or maybe she just irons her pant. Who knows? Let me just erase some of these wrinkles and just kind of use a reference from here. Is there another one? Maybe you should use like a slightly different one. This one looks good. Yeah, maybe. I think I can bring this little like line here out in shading and actually like drawing out that line. Puts a little bit too much emphasis because it looks like in real life, if you have jeans that can like spread out like that without like, you know, tearing or causing like a ton of discomfort, it usually is just like a very like simple slope. But it also, I guess, depends on the way that they're sitting, because the references that I'm using have their legs like higher than their body, but this is her like tucking her knees underneath herself or tucking her legs underneath herself. She's sitting on her legs. So it'd be slightly different. Or maybe because I'm showing the butt, that's why it looks like this. Oh, that definitely looks weird now that I think about it. Let's just erase this entirely. I think we can just go with like a simple curve. Sorry, this is weirding me out. I think one's flatter than the other, but that's fine. They don't have to be perfect. Yeah, maybe the issue is like I need to just do the lines like this. That's right. I forgot. There should be like a place where the pant leg, what's the word? The area where they're stitched together. There's like a seam. There we go. There should be a seam somewhere on here. The picture I'm using is also kind of blurry for some reason, and it's very annoying. Let's see, it gets like right here. And then it just goes right up the middle of the leg, so we can probably do it like that. Ooh, did not mean to do that. Thought I was using the eraser. It's probably something I should have worked out in the anatomy stage, but we're all right. Nope. Come on. Nope. This one probably I need to do it from the opposite direction. There we go. I do want to get slimmer as it goes along the leg, because if her legs are going to be rounded the way that I'm looking for. So let me see. Hang on, let me reset it. Okay. So let's draw some anatomy. So if her pelvis is like this, or let's do it like this shape. So this is where like her pelvis bone is. This is the underside that I'm shading underneath. So that means if the legs are going to be tucked underneath her, you need to come out this way. Trying to figure it out. Hold on, we're figuring this out. This is the butt. This is where the leg comes. I need like a center line for the thighs. Hold on. This one comes out this way. This isn't an exact drawing because I'm already like missing where the hips are, but just to get an idea. And turn it down. Nope, that's supposed to be higher. There we go. So the center line would be like here. Hold on. I think the muscle would have to go like this way. Okay. I think I'm seeing it. I need to stop typing, girl. Woman. Let's see. Legs crossed. Let's see. Tucked underneath. Maybe sitting on knees is better. Sitting on knees. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. I'm seeing where the legs go now. Okay, I think I'm overthinking this. So the center line would still be above, even in this pose. Maybe it's because I'm not thinking about how women have like really high or really wide hips comparatively. So they actually don't need as like twist their legs as much in order to get to the poses they need. So their leg would still be, the center line for the leg would still be like right here, kind of like a normal sitting pose. And in that case, let's go back to this color. Ooh, boop, boop, boop. That you're supposed to be an eraser. So let's see. Okay. All right. Let's bring this back up. Fade this out. Yeah, you can kind of see where I'm going there. And we're just going to throw that all away. All right. So the only other thing that I want to mark out is I should keep in memory that this is where like starts to curve around under the pelvis, like around here. So let me tweak this a bit. Comes out, then it starts to get thin as it curves around. Kind of like that. Oop. Not the brush I thought I was using. Like that. And then whenever I get to like the actual shading, we can get it a little cleaner, or we can bring out this curve a lot more pronounced. We can have like a little bit of like the butt, because you would still see like a separate curve from the butt to the back of the thigh, but it'd be like very like subtle. You can't force it at all, unless you wanted to. Like you could force it if you're like intentionally just making stuff for like the male gaze, or I guess women's gaze too. I'm trying to make things lewd, I would say. You could probably make it a lot more pronounced, but if we're just going like only as like prominent as I need to make it, because this isn't supposed to be a drawing you lewd after, unless you want to. Hang on. Okay. We got distracted enough. So this is the line. Now we can turn it over. I just want to make sure I worked out the anatomy. Looks weird. We're gonna just keep going. Hang on. Yeah, okay. Come on. We'll make it. We'll make it. We'll make it. We'll do it. No, it's too thin. But that's close. I wanted to be like consistently getting smaller, but not too small. Like that. Like that. Nope. Nope. We'll get this one day. Please. I'm begging you. Please. Oh my god. Ooh. You know what? I'm good with that one. I'm good with that one. We're gonna be here way too long. It's not a super important detail that it needs to be 100% accurate to what I want. Ooh. Now this just needs to be like a similar. Yeah, that's good. Especially since it's much less of the leg, so you don't actually get to notice it as much. And I think like you can't tell which one has more prominence. I think this has prominence over that. Maybe just with like a smaller, man, you can kind of like mark out the detail of which side you're looking at. Basically, it's like a flat rectangle sewn onto pants to like really like strengthen the seam. So whenever you're looking at it from this angle, hang on. All you can see is like just this line, basically this thin strip of one side and then the longer strip of the other side. But that's towards the back end, and I keep changing the wrong brush. Okay. Oh, hold on. I forgot. I still need to finish this. Alright, let's set it back to normal, or at least normal for our purposes. There we go. I just need to fix this. Oh, the brush is not the right size. Okay, let me look at my reference. So this actually becomes like a very like straight connecting bar. Bar is a weird word for it, but it does make sense. I'm just working from reference now. Kind of getting like a good idea of where the wrinkles go. Maybe I'll make it less or more prominent later on. I have deleted wrinkles before. Like really late into the process. Sometimes you don't need as many wrinkles as would actually exist in real life. They kind of just like help denote like the texture you're going for. Like with this one right here, I kind of want it to look like it's clinging to the body. So like the wrinkles that I have on there are really close to like the inner frame of her body. So like it's still wrinkly. It still has like a little bit of gaps because it's not perfectly smooth. It's still cloth and has its imperfections. Or you know, gaps in the body where like it doesn't follow along directly. It's not like literally body paint. But then you have the pants, which are much more stiff, much more loose, at least within the pelvis area. So that's why you get all those wrinkles, like pretty much, because that's kind of like the center of where all the tension is. And then you have like much smoother parts for the leg, because pants are usually designed to, you know, not put as much emphasis there. It's to be to fit well there, at least. Then depending on the pants, they can also be very, very nice around the butt. I wouldn't know anything about that. I am just a humble artist. Oh, I forgot a little bit of the line here too. Gonna make it look like it's kind of like two of these like reinforcing sections, just kind of overlapping on top of each other. So that's why you get this like rounder part of it where it's like wrapping over the other reinforcement. Oh no, his brush size is good. I thought I made it way too big, but that's actually the default size I'm using now. At least for a picture this big. See, there's like no wrinkles around the butt. It may be like a little bit, but it's like very like vague. And then because of the way that the reinforcement, I think the reinforcement also helps like tighten it around very specific sections of the leg. So you get a lot of like tension just like right here, and that's it. Like you don't see it on the outer part of the leg which would actually be visible. Like if you're walking, the inside you don't really get that much of a view of, unless you know they're spreading their legs like this. So that's usually where they hide all like the tension and excess cloth. I don't design pants, so don't trust me. I think they should actually be pointing the opposite direction. So like this. Kind of give a little bit more to the folds. Yeah, I think we can probably leave it smooth and just try to bring it down in texture. Or maybe I do actually. Maybe just like soft lines, like very few like soft little wrinkles. Just enough to like let you know like there's wrinkles there, but that's not falling apart or anything. Or it's not super wrinkly, like, you know, used. I'm trying to think of the word. Pants that you basically already wore the day before, and that's why they look all wrinkly. Well, let me give this a little bit more curve. There we go. All right. Those are the pants. That took a lot of work, actually. I'm noticing that the arms are a little bit too long on the right, or her right. I know I intentionally left it long on one side because one side's lifting higher than the other, but it looks a little too uneven. Like I think I did it a little bit too much longer. Like I think it should be longer, but not like this noticeably. Maybe I can just like maybe I can just make this look like a fold in the clothing as well. This is the elbow, so that's usually where like a lot of the cloth builds up. Maybe just smooth. How's that? Still, I think noticeably longer, but maybe I think it's a little bit more even. Let me see. Maybe I could just like push it in. Hello? Oh, it was working slowly. Oops. Uh-oh. Okay. So let's try that again. What the? Did I not liquefy it? What's going on? No, I'm waiting for it to update. Hello? Is it working? Okay. Let's see if that did it. Okay. This is it before. This is it after. Did it change? Hold on. Is it not? I'm gonna lose my mind. It's not like saving the progress that I do on this. So like whenever I liquefy it, if I undo it, then it just deletes whatever I did instead of like keeping the history. So I can't tell if like I'm actually like successfully making it smaller. That's good. Let's leave that there. I think we're good. Just a small little tweak to make it a little bit more even in the arms. I think this side's a little bit longer, but I think that's good. Like it's supposed to be a little bit longer. Like I said, she's one hand lower. Okay. Let me add some more rings. Because now that like she has like two on one hand, I want like one on this one. Let's. There we go. Okay, I figured out where I wanted it to go. I'm designing a ring. There we go. I got it now. I got it. There we go. There we go. I think that's enough rings. She doesn't need a ring on every finger. Just enough to make them feel a little less naked. She probably should have a necklace too, but we'll leave it alone there. She can have a bare neck. I'm trying to think, is that weird? Do I see people without necklaces, or at least something there? Yeah. I'm overthinking. I'm getting way too in my head. And I think her hands aren't too detailed, because sometimes I have a bad habit of making like all the wrinkles in a hand and then like not dialing it back. But I think she's like, these are detailed hands, but they're not like too like gnarly. Like I didn't give her like old person hands. But I like hands. I like making them ugly. I like making them gnarly. It's fun. I'm just dialing it back just a hint. But also adding new ones, because I can't resist. I see a blank canvas, I must draw wrinkles. Okay. That's definitely enough. Let's do the hair. I need you back. This is the fun part. Hair is fun. I always like designing hair. Even though I'm not that great at making hairstyles or like choosing hairstyles for people. I'm not always with the latest trends. Are bowl cuts popular? Anyways, moving on. I still love doing all the hair and detailing it out. Once I get like it all like built up and like put together really well, that's when I'm like really having fun. I might do a second sketch of the head, because I thought about something whenever I was looking at other drawings, where I had an idea of like a different way to position the head that I might try. So we'll see. I'm gonna do this version, and then we're gonna try doing like a second version. See if that doesn't take up too much time. This is one of my favorite songs from the Chill Hop playlist. Oop, almost dropped my pencil. Oop. Trying to break up the shape a little bit. Add some wisp. I'll be doing it to both sides, but I should probably wait until I have the other side finished, but let me just finish this one then. There we go. How's it looking in Lisa's half? We'd probably leave it like a little rounder here. I'm probably working out too much to this side without finishing the other side, but we're gonna keep going. Okay. Let's get this other side. Oh, I like. She looks like she has bangs, and I like bangs. I like that. I like bangs. I don't know why that was funny in my head. I think it's because I'm thinking of like guys who are like super into girls with bangs. All right, I'll say it. Hassan Abi. Yeah, I said it. And I can see where he's coming from. I like having at least some bangs, like at least like a little bit of bangs. Like I don't really like when girls have, or women should have their hair like all the way parted back, or ponytails where like they have like nothing up front. It's just like all pulled back. And I get that that's for like, you know, they're busy and working, so it's not like I'm upset about that or anything, or anybody cares. But when it comes to like design characters, I usually like them to have at least like a middle part, you know, like bangs in the front, to the side, something. Like I need something. Or even if it's like pulled back, at least just like one curl. I need that Superman curl up front. I mean, even here, like I wanted the mid part, but like I'm unraveling it, I'm breaking it up. So I'm having like a few strands that don't make it into the middle part. Like they just go right down straight. But this one also makes sense because this isn't her like all done up in makeup. This is her in distress because, you know, her heart's broke. The reason I might like bangs is just because I like the dramaticness of it. You know, like having hair that cascades to the eyes and all that. When it's all like put out in the front, it kind of leaves like not a lot of things to style it up front. You can, trying to think of what you could style it. I mean, you could have like really nice glasses to make decorative. But you know, we don't wear like tiaras or crowns normally. So like you just have a bare forehead. Maybe like I've seen like those like really like stylish people. I'm trying to think of a word for it, who do like that really like crazy like face makeup where like it's like a bunch of lines like all across their face. So that might be a little bit more exciting. Or people with, I guess, with just like really dynamic makeup could also like have hair that's completely like removed from their face because they have like, you know, I've seen people who have like crazy patterns, gradients, you know, shapes, geometry, you know, like if you have all that going on, then I can understand why you would like want your face completely uncovered. But otherwise, in normal situations, I just like having a little bit of bangs. It's kind of like sideburns. I noticed like a lot of people who like design characters, they always like have zero sideburn on character, or not always. Sorry, let me dial it back. Some newer like people who are like don't draw people that often, or maybe just aren't that experienced with it, they draw characters with like very tiny little sideburns often. So like, you know, like it's not just like one character will have like no sideburns. It's like most of the characters they draw won't have any sideburns, and I feel like you should have at least like mid-ear for your like default. And then if you have somebody with like a very particular hairstyle, they can have like less of it. And then just to make a little bit of variety, sometimes you can have a character without sideburns, because some people just don't grow them out. But I think like people look a little weird without them, unless you have like, you know, a fade, or you know, like you have an undercut. Then you have like a legitimate excuse not to. But even then, I still like having like maybe a little bit of stubble to reach just like towards the ear. It's hard. It's weird. Some of the specifics of like designing a hairstyle can be really tough. And it's all preference, so this is just me ranting about what hairstyles I do or don't like and what I do for hair. What should her second earring look like? Should it just be the same thing, or could I do something different? Let's try something different. She's fashionable. She has one earring that's like a ring, a little hoop, and then this one's gonna be like raining down. I saw on a website they called it like a drizzle earring, but I'm not gonna make it too prominent. Nothing too. Women can definitely get away with it more casually than guys can, or at least like traditionally masked guys can. I want to wear dangly earrings, but like I can't go too crazy because like my outfits are like very normal. The rule that I've heard is like if you have like, you can do the dangly earring, but you should have like an also like very dramatic outfit with it as well. You can pull off a lot more if you're going for like a very standy an outfit that stands out a lot. But if you have like a t-shirt and jeans, usually just like just small earrings work. Just like very like normal earrings. And also, rules are meant to be broken, so, you know. One could have a lot of fun with that. Might be a little bit too crazy for an earring. I'm adding like little beads, like one at a time. But I think that might be a little bit too distracting. I'm trying to like shade it in too, so like it doesn't like completely stand out as blinding. But like you can also still tell like the round bead textures. Okay. How does that look from afar? Barely noticeable, so we're gonna keep it. Let me turn off this for a second so I can kind of clean up the hair a little bit. Okay. So this might be strange timing since I just got out of my little vampire hole to finally do drawings not based on vampires for once. But I got right back into it with I follow a YouTuber called Cloud Cuckoo Country. Cuckoo is probably not the way to say it. Let me double check the name. I'm in incognito mode. Hold on one second. Where's my regular? Oh. It's like a creative writing guy. Hold on one second. Cloud Cook. I don't know why saying Cloud Cuckoo count. Hold on. I'm just gonna take a screenshot of it. Come on, green nipping tool. Why is it not all the way up top? Okay. So this is the channel I'm talking about, and this is the video that I'm referring to. He has like this, well, you can see it's a 2-hour video about like interactive novels, basically, novels where you have to do like a whole bunch of other tricks around it. And he goes on about like interactive novels that you can do online. And I noticed that there was a Vampire the Masquerade interactive novel, and I have no shame. As soon as I saw Vampire the Masquerade, I was like, all right, I'm in. I slammed the button. I bought it that night and then immediately started playing it. So for like the past 2 weeks, I've been playing this one novel and having a lot of fun with it. I finally reached like the ending, and like, so I did a couple runs, but like I did the one run where which was like my main run as a Toreador. I do art, so obviously I played the Toreador. And then I did that character over again, and like this was like the perfect run where I knew all the choices in advance, and I may have downloaded mods in order to save and load. That was weird. I didn't say anything. But yeah, Vampire the Masquerade Night Road. I started at the very beginning, and that was very good. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I'm wondering if I should just like play like they have like the Coterie of New York's or Shadows of New York or something like that, which are like visual novels, and I feel like I should probably just go there because it's basic. I assume it's basically like the same thing except with actual like visuals for everything instead of once every hour or so you get a drawing or an actual piece of art, and the art is fantastic. I wish it actually said what the artist was. I did notice the signature, but I would have to look up the artist. I'll do that later. I'll do that off stream. But yeah, I'm back into being inspired of drawing vampires again. It took all of like 1 week because I'm very easy. I'm very easy to please. I see vampire. I see a story with factions and different like species, and I'm like, I'm in. So long as it's not like fantasy, like sword and shield fantasy, which is weird because I'm very into D&D, but I actually hate hate's a strong word, but I'm not super into like magic and stuff. Like I was never that into Harry Potter. Like I liked Harry Potter, but I like the school aspect of it. Like I like the idea of like a bunch of stupid teenagers doing magic stuff. But I wasn't very much into like any of like the magical creatures or nothing like that. I was like just into the kids getting into hijinks with magic, even though that's not really what it was. Most of the time it was like, the very specific, linear plot about, Snape. Not Snape, whoops. What's the villain name? The one with no nose? The one who should not be named? Slytherin? No, that's a school. That's like a clan. I never read the Harry Potter books. I just know of them, and I've skimmed a bit. But I've also watched like the first 4 movies. Oh, what is? Okay. Why don't I know his name? I know they make a joke about not saying his name, but why do I actually not know his name? Or it's not a joke, actually. It's like the opposite of a joke. Potter. Villain. Lord Voldemort. Okay. What is this? Does he have a first name? I know it's like Riddle, like this is a human name. Is Voldemort a boy or a girl? I'm pretty sure it would say. Does it say anything about his name? Anyway, so this is not a Harry Potter like study session. We don't stand Harry Potter in this house. Not anymore. I'm gonna like keep this one like as part of a group so this one doesn't stray out as much as the other one. because I feel like this one. Let me try to grab another color and explain. So I have one straight hair over here, and that's nice. But this one, I also did the exact same thing on the other side, but I don't want to look too mirrored. I want some asymmetry to it. So this one's just, it still stands out, but it's not going to be as far from the group as the other one. This one has like a patch of hair where it like sticks out instead of just like the single strand like the other side. Hope. I don't want it to like not work. No, it's not working. Hold on, let's try to figure something else out then. I'm mashing that undo button like it owes me money. Okay. We're just gonna take out this hair. We're just gonna put a strand of hair somewhere else then. I just realized this doesn't make any sense. This should like go over this side, because otherwise that huge like chunk of hair is coming from like nowhere. It's like literally like being summoned from another world, another plane of existence. Literally. At least here you can kind of like imagine it coming from underneath like this like little corner of hair. I'm gonna redo that earring. I think this like dangly bead look is just messy. Like it doesn't look good at all. It's not like terrible, but I think I can just make it like some simpler design that still gets what I want. How are we doing on time? We're about an hour and a half in. We're definitely gonna go at least like 2-3 hours here. Okay, so we're just gonna do like a bead, like a jewel bead design. Let me look up some earrings real quick just for a bit of inspiration. Not shopping. God dang it, Google. Oh, it's all men's. Thanks, Google, for taking all my information. I really appreciate it because that's so helpful. Women. I'm looking for maximalist earring. That's pretty simple. I like that. That's a lot more like what I thought, what it was going for originally, but I'm gonna dial it back a bit. It's like I want like one drop, but like there's a little bit more to it. That is just a giant razor. Those are way too decorative. That one looks nice. Sorry, just a second. I just need to find like one design, or at least be inspired enough to make up something on my own. Okay. No, that doesn't look cool. I'm getting so worked up over like a random earring. Okay, we're just gonna go like this. Okay. There you go. Something like a little tear shop drape, but it has like a little bit more decoration in between it. But it's also just like a tiny earring, so we're not going to really see too much of it anyways. Me spending time on details no one's going to notice. Never happens. Never happened before. This is an entirely new thing that I've never done before. Okay. I think we can focus on cleaning this up now. Once we clean this little section of the bangs up, then I'm gonna really get a chance to actually like detail everything out. I might use like a hairbrush, paintbrush. Maybe even do it as a separate layer. That way we can tweak it without having to worry about like the lines underneath. Ooh, my leg's kind of going up. Whoa. This is what sucks about being short. You can never find a chair that's good for you. Oh, you'd have to get those like chairs where you can like specifically change how far the seat reaches, so it doesn't like bunch up against the back of your legs. I love it. All right. Yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with that little interactive novel. I'm not sure if I'm going to go with the visual novel next or the interactive novel. I think they're almost the same price. But I might still have some more fun with it, the other one, because I just realized I remembered I bought the DLC. I might do a little bit of achievement hunting with it. We'll see. Because the achievements don't look super hard on them. I'm gonna trim out the eyebrows. Sometimes I let the eyebrows just go through the hair, but I try to avoid it. Because it's like I don't know. Feels a little lazy to leave him in. shirt was riding up. Something look weird. Let me just play this for a second. No, this is gonna look weird. Oh, no, it doesn't actually. Just made the head a little wider. Do I still have that line right down the middle? I can tell there's like a slight difference, but nothing I hate. Oop, what did happen? Oh, I just lifted the screen. Let me see. Can I move this middle part like a little bit back towards the middle again? Hello? Did it change anything? Went the opposite direction I even moved it toward. Let's try that again. Brush. Whatever. Oh, whoa, Jesus. Nope, that's not what I wanted. I just want to move everything up here just slightly to the right. I'm gonna lose my mind. Why is it going in the opposite direction that I'm pointing towards? Oh, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it. Did it just do it again? I'm getting angry. I just want to move it slightly to the right. Is that so much to ask for? Oop, oop, oop. What? Why won't it let me change the size of the brush? I just want to move like this tiny little, just this tiny bit right here. Tiny. Just a little bit. Just want the middle part to be more to the right. Okay, I think we're good. Let me take out the green line. Yeah. I'm gonna also smooth out this jawline a bit. This is very pointy. I don't know why I made it so pointy to begin with. I think I just wanted to like have like a simple figure, and then I knew I would be able to like render it smoother later on, which I am now. Okay, Ooh, let me also, now that I notice this, let me just, why is that an auto eraser? Why is that an auto eraser? Oh, because it's not the eraser tool. Whoops. That's the eraser tool. Maybe this one up in the middle is a little much. Then maybe just like a smaller one. We're gonna undo all that. Oop. Okay. It's a lot of working out the hair now. Just trying to like get it to where I like it to be. So I can like see the flow a little bit better in my head. Okay. Yeah, we're good. We're good. So let me duplicate this. I want to test out something. I'm going to try a different head position. So first, let me cut her head off in a good way. In a good way. Cut her head off in a very polite way. Okay, so let me put you up here. I'm gonna duplicate this and do the exact same thing. I'm gonna make this into a group actually. Oh, let me turn off the other one. Ah, okay. Let me erase this too, so I can work it out on here first. Let me see. I'm gonna use this pen. Then I'm gonna grab this color. All right. So something I thought about was maybe pushing the head and neck back a bit, and actually having it flow this way, a little bit like pushing their head down and back. Because I noticed in one drawing I saw while I was browsing Instagram, somebody had like a pose. It was a very different expression. I think it was like a kind of like a evil girl. So she was like kind of in this like wacky position. And I noticed that like there was like this rhythm to the body that I liked, where like the head was this way, the shoulders were this way, then the waist pointing this way, and then the legs were like all over the place, and then the head was like this, like, you know, cocked, kind of like a, you know, kind of like a wild personality. And I'm wondering if like maybe that will look a little bit more interesting, a little bit more dynamic, where she's kind of like twisting her head up in pain. Maybe you'll see what I'm saying. Hold on. Kind of like whinging in pain. Okay, now I want to try to see if I can push it even further. I'm doing this all on the wrong layer. It's cool. That's cool. I don't know what I just did. Oh, this is so bad. Hold on, let me just undo all this. Okay, I think that's like the first lines. Okay, all right, now we start from here again, and then we just do that again. Which is fine actually, because I actually wanted to try doing the head again, see if I can push it even further into her shoulder. Like really kind of like make it extreme without looking like she's breaking her neck. Like within like a semi-realistic style. Like, how far can I push this to her head way? Kind of like she's almost like hiding into her own body. Hang on. Sorry, I'm getting some funny images looking this up. Sorry, some of these pictures are really funny. See. One second, I'm just looking up references. Ooh. You know me, just look Googling references. Not letting you see my Google because, you know, there's dangerous stuff on Google. Okay, kind of like this. I don't know why this is the only image that I saw kind of doing it. But you see this where like she's like pushing her shoulders together, like tucking her head down, and then like also like pointing it towards her, like inside, almost like inside of herself. I'm looking for that, but maybe like a better reference, but like that pose, that like little tuck. I'm just looking up sad anime girl, by the way. Maybe you can follow along with me. For some reason, like another one I'm getting is like a super old, like 2000s era anime. I'm gonna skip that one because it won't even let me copy it and paste that one. That real old school anime art style. Or sorry, not like old school, like not like 90s era. I'm talking like 2000s. What was that one anime I remember watching? It was like the one where like the people are secretly dead. I'm gonna spoil the crap out of this one. Hold on. It's not a cell world. Come on. I know it. I know it off the top, in the back of my head. Sad. I can find. We'll find the anime. Oh, there it is. Angel Beats. There we go. Yeah, Angel Beats had that art style. It was like a little clunky, a little rough. It wasn't like the super like smooth anime style you get in like a lot of like these animes nowadays. Like something was still like a little like rough, almost like a reminded me a lot of like high school artists who like were trying to like copy, not even high school, let me say like middle school art, like anime artists. Like here, like I noticed that this guy's pose like here is like a little wonky. Everybody's super simply drawn. I don't even recognize some of these characters. I barely even remember what the show was about. Anyways, that's enough of that. Anyways, that was a little side project. I want to also say Clanad, but Clanad also had like a very particular style. Like it's a very old school art style, so it is what I'm talking about, but also like theirs was so extreme that like it's almost like its own little like world. But nowadays, like a lot of like the slice of life anime have like a very clean style. That's just the anime girls' panties. I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for sad anime girls, not panty girls. This was the exact image I was thinking of whenever I first like started thinking about this pose. Why is it not letting me copy the image? I don't care. Oh, well, yeah, it's TikTok. Just Google, why are you failing me? You're supposed to be better than Bing. This was the exact thing I'm talking about, where you can literally see like the characters like tucking into themselves. I remember that image from like back in 2012. I was like Googling anime art styles, and that's one that came up, and I was like, I need to copy this. I like traced over it, trying to get that look. I'm almost there. I feel it. I feel like I'm about to find like a perfect image that I'm looking for. I'm so close. This one has really crazy eyes. I love that how this person's really eyes. But that's not what I'm here for. This pose, I really hope this isn't a hentai. We're getting there. We're so close. This is just gonna be my art piece. I'm not even gonna draw anymore. I'm just gonna just like make a collage of all these. That's my art now. I'm a collage artist. Like that look. I need that look. I need that pose. Give me that pose. Why is it so hard to find poses? Not that. This is not what I'm looking for. That is not what I'm looking for. Is it possible? Can it be done? This look, this pose? Is it only like a myth in my head now? my freaking nose. So I feel like there's dust somewhere, and it keeps like bothering me. Is it my mustache? Is my mustache bothering me? Sometimes if my mustache grows a little bit too high, then it gets really, like, it tickles my nose all the time permanently, and it's really annoying. I think I lost it. Why is it showing me Amogus eyes? What is happening? I'm looking for sad girls, not Amogus. What's happening? This is what Gen Z is all about. Like we've like completely disconnected from any like real emotion. It's all irony. So like even like just looking up sad person, you're just gonna find memes. But was anybody really sad, or were we all ironic? Are emotions even real? Hang on, I'm almost done looking. Did I copy this one already? Do I already have this one up on here on the board? My board of emotion? No, I don't. Actually, let's grab this one. This isn't quite it, but this does remind me of it. Kind of like this like sad pose. Like specifically like the tucking in of the head. But it's hard because like they're literally like hiding underneath stuff. So that's why I'm having a really hard time finding the pose. So usually like they're hiding like their face. But I don't want to hide the face. Anyways, I think I'm pretty much got enough references to get what I'm going for. I'm almost done. I'm almost done, I promise. I swear. On Allah. Okay. We're done with that. Let's actually work with what we got. First of all, let me delete some of these. You can go away. You can go away. You can go away. Turn you back on. I'm just gonna move him around. You can go here. You can go here. Here. I'm gonna see if I can like do that pose. I think I kind of have it already. But the thing is that like I have to think of it, the camera below. Oop. I have to think of the camera below. Why is it not? Oh, it's not above. I'm confused. Why is it not letting me? Huh? Okay. Put you all the way up. Oh my goodness. What is happening? Oh, it's an overlay. That's why it's not working. Okay. So yeah, so I have to think of the camera from here. So that's what's going to be the really challenging part of it. I'm getting this exactly how I want it to be. This character is feeling a lot of shame. opacity of that. Bring back on this. Let's see if we can work out what it would look like. Huh? I'm on the wrong layer. Okay. Oh, this is a pen. That's why it looks different. Wait a second. Real quick, do I have what are her eyes look? Oh, okay. Okay, so she's more panicked here. I might change her eyes. Hold on a second, this song's a little loud. I might change her eyes to be a little bit more like closed, like she's in pain. So she's like still staring, but like it's a little hard because like I like the way this looks, and I'm trying to fight because like there's two things going on. I want her to have her eyes wide because she doesn't know what's happening, but I think I might go with her eyes being a little bit closed shut because like she's crying and she is in pain, and I think that's a little bit more important. Like you can still stare and be confused and have all that emotion while, you know, also you're not having your eyes glaring. Plus, I think it looks better. Like I think like eyes when they're a little bit closed, you know, like whereas like when they're a little bit closed, they look a little bit more adorable. Like you can get a lot more adorable with this. When they're like wide open, it's fine. You know, you can also have fun with that. But it's just, you know, different. Where'd it go? Oh, it's off. But not too close. Just like close enough for my liking. Some like, oop. The way you like position the eyes can also be like really important. So like I'm gonna go for, because I really want this character to be like kind of pitiful, which is not a word I like to use. But so I'm gonna go with like really like downcast eyes. So let me see if I can explain. So average eye, just like this, you know, like. Let's go for like a truly neutral eye. So neutral eye is, you know, round up top, round up bottom. Obvious, okay? But then you can kind of change the mood of the character. So usually for like protagonist characters, I have like round tops and then short on the bottom, very flat on the bottoms of the eyes. And then these are like round. Okay, and that kind of makes it look like they're kind of like at a consistent smile. And usually I don't change this at all. Like, you know, even if they're sad, their eyes will still generally have the same ones. Because you can have like happy sad eyes where it's like basically it just scrunches up the line. The lower eyelid gets just, you know, rises. The upper eyelid still stays flat. Then, you know, tears, boohoo. And then, you know, you can have the rest of the expression in the eyebrows and the mouth. Then another thing you can do, which is very popular, mainly because I like drawing edgy, emotional characters, is I'll also do the opposite, where the upper eyelid is very flat, and then the bottom eyelid is round. That's perfect for like moody characters, edgy characters, spooky characters, any like character with like a little bit more of a like flatter personality, but like in a good way, you know, like you know, solid character, you know. So serious characters, like whenever you're doing like a Bruce Wayne type, you know, like the smoldering, lonely guy, you go for like the flat top, and then like he's barely looking up at you, you know, like something like that. And then you compare that to what I do for like a happy protagonist. I go for the opposite way, where they like it is literally like visually more open. They just look a little bit more open to opportunity, while the other one is kind of like they've seen the world, they don't like it. but they're still gonna help. You know, like there's two very different moves. And then another position you could do is kind of like the angle that the eye sits at. So this usually is for like whether or not you're looking down at a character or up at a character. So if you're looking down at them, their eyes will be this way, and then if you're looking up at them, they'll be this way. But if you tweak that for like their default position is having their eyes very high and very low, they can have like different personality. So eyes that are like naturally just very high angled. And I'm talking about like this point right here. If this is very high on the face, they look like very like schemy, you know, like they tricky characters or characters with like a lot of attention. You know, like they're very like scholarly maybe. Then if you do the opposite, they look a little bit more sleepy, a little bit more sad, a little bit more doleful. I don't even know if doleful is a word. And then the opposite is just doing it like this. You can have like a more dopey characters or more silly characters have like these like dopey eyes, and you know they'll be like lovable goose. And then you know you can mix that with you know the hard edge eyes if you want like more sad gloomy characters, or you can mix it with the opposite if you just want like innocent little characters that also have like very soft eyes. Hold on, that's a little tricky. Oh, this is a little tough. Hold on. I don't know why I did it so easy for the gloomy characters. That's why whenever I first started doing it, whenever I decided I wanted to do like anime art styles, the first thing I did was like draw 100 different eyes, because like I think it's so important to like designing an anime character is like all the different interpretations of how you can stylize their eyes. And I mean, I guess that just goes for all anime. Sorry, I feel like I have a hair like touching my nose and it keeps tickling it. Anyways, all that is to say, I'm gonna go for these gloomy eyes. Oop. That is a very big eyebrow. Finally, the perfect level of eyebrow. All right. That's my little explanation talk session, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, I'm gonna go for like gloomy eyes. I think I'm gonna go for like happy but like soft. So like I was saying earlier, it goes for more of that innocent look. I'll let it erase. Okay. So round up top, but they're still gonna be like downwards. You know, like the bottoms are gonna be like this instead of like this. She looks angry. And then you can also mix those however you want. So like you can have like somebody with like sad eyes but still is like a very happy character. And you know, that just has to do with like how you want to particularly design a character and how you want to like stylize the character or go against like the norms. I mean, as somebody who's only seen season 1 and 2 of Attack on Titan, Eren is like, you know, this, at least for most of the anime, he has eyes like this, and then Levi is a character who has eyes like this. So one's judgmental, one is like a protagonist that's open to opportunity. And then I think it does change whenever he's like angry, so like, you know, you can also do it that way where, you know, the angle depends on what mood they're trying to like go for. I think me personally, I just try to keep it consistent, so like even if they're angry, I want their eyes to still be like the same shape. Just, you know, maybe exaggerated or tweaked in a different direction. How big are our eyebrows in the original? Oh yeah, I try to go for like some plump eyebrows. Good, because I love drawing a plump eyebrow. I think it's a really like tough blend to get it like just like big enough where it's like still attractive and not like excessive. Because, you know, there's a difference between Rock Lee and, you know, every other character in Naruto. But that doesn't mean you still can't have like somebody with like big eyebrows be very attractive. Cara Delevingne is the one that I think of whenever I do like really big eyebrows, because she has very strong eyebrows, but she's still super pretty. Might be a little too much on that side. How are we looking in comparison? Hang on. Let me turn off this real quick. Turn off all the references. Keep us from being distracted. Okay, there we go. Now I can compare them. Oh, my neck. I do need to make the head smaller on this one. And I can easily do so. I always see people do like a drawn lasso, but I don't know how they do it. Because like I need to be like very careful with where I place mine. Even then, like I was doing it very rough there. Okay, I just want the head slightly smaller. I had to make it bigger for whenever I was like tweaking these like part of it. Too much? Yeah, I think we're good there. Then I just need to like glue her back together. And then like fix the shoulders. What the? Oh. Oops, I measured the wrong layers. What is happening? Stop. There we go. What? Oh, okay. I have the wrong color. Oh, I'm. Thank you. I'm doing a lot of tweaks all of a sudden, which I probably shouldn't be doing, but I'm trying to do it while I have like the idea in my head. Because if I just keep going, I'll forget about the tweaks that I have in my head right now. It's kind of like whenever you have to like write down an idea before you forget it. That's what I'm doing right now. Trying to push her shoulders a little higher. I basically pushed her neck back into a much better position. Like I think this is way better. And then while doing that, I'm noticing that I can push his shoulders a little higher. Or actually, hold on, let me do this. Come on, come on, come on. We're gonna use FX. No, not FX. Digital? Yes, digital. I think this is the move one. Distort move, distort growth, distort shrink. This is the one. We're gonna try to like push his shoulders higher, but like not too crazy. Not too broad. Hold on, let me calm this down. There we go. I don't know if I made any huge difference there, but that feels good. You gotta be careful with that though, because you can very easily like blur everything together. Because I mean now it is very blurry, but that's fine. Doesn't need to be perfect. Then I gotta fill back in this hair. Return its sharpness and disheveledness. There we go. Now we got it. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay. That's just me tweaking this version of it, which might not even be the version we keep. All right. So now that I got that size of the hair, let me try to make sure this head is like a good size too. Lots of tweak, lots of stuff we could have worked out earlier, but it is what it is. What is that? I'm quoting parts that might be from something I probably shouldn't. Oh no, I think that was from Channel 5. Let me zoom out, because she has a tiny little pinhead right now. Just big enough. I think that's good. What? That's not. Her head is still a little, just a little bit, so it's like comparative to the other one. I think that's about right. Especially whenever we pulled in the hair. Let's try to smooth this off. Okay. And the hair, if it's a middle part or head. Okay, let's compare these sizes now again. Okay. All right, I think we're gonna keep the original because now that I made a little bit of tweaks, I really like it again. But we are gonna change the eyes, and that's the only other thing we're gonna change. So let's delete this group. It was a fun little experiment. I'm glad I did that, but I like where we are right now. What is this? Okay, that's the line that goes straight in the middle. So we can delete that. Pop. Take this out of the group. Pop. Group. Pop. I think you should go. You should stay there. Okay. So the only other thing I want to tweak is the eyes. I really like the mouth in a not weird way. I mean, it's my drawing. I can like it however I want. You can't stop me. I think it's a really good expression. And it's usually a shape that I have a harder time with, the kind of like clenched mouth look, to make it look like it's like a hard balance of making the emotion look right without looking awkward, because, you know, like it's not a natural shape. But I think I pulled it off really well here. To pat myself on the back a bit, just a bit. Hang on. Is there no way to twist this thing? There's like no way for me to move this thing. Oh, I mean, I can move it anywhere on the canvas, just like not anywhere that isn't horizontal. What about you? Can I twist you at all? Let's go with like 30 degrees. Oh, this was a bad idea. Because this actually changes attributes of the image itself. So we're going to cancel that. We're going to act like I didn't do anything. Oops, I did it again. We're just going to act like I never tried to do that. What is this? Dear God, have mercy. That was a lot. All right, we're going to stop it. No, I'm on. Oh, never mind. Whatever. Okay. We're good. Everything's okay. Everything's okay. No one's freaking out. We're all doing things correctly. Everything where it needs. Anyways. There we go. That's kind of what I want to go. Not quite there, but like we're getting there. We're getting there. Her eyelashes are not going to be that long, but I'm just playing with it for a little bit, trying to get what I want. Okay. Not from that version. That way I can compare it once I'm done. Man, I think I need my references again. I deleted all the references, didn't I? Wonder. I kept this one. Oh, faith. Yeah. What the? She's got a clown nose now. I gave her a big bulbous nose. How's it look? It's the nose. I think I figured out why. It's because it's the mouth is really low comparatively now. If I move the nose up, obviously I need to move everything else up too. But there we go. Yeah, let's look at this from far. Quick. Not sure if I'm gonna keep this, but see how we're looking. Let me take out that line too. So here we have her kind of like squinting in pain. And then here we have her just like glaring. I think we're gonna go with this one. I just need to tweak it, like smooth everything over now. Because like I said, I think especially once we work in the tears and some of the more dramatic lines, it's gonna look really interesting, really fun. Or well, really sad. Which I really want to like and make sure that like that expression is very clear. Trying to remember how I did her eyes. Ooh, oh my god, I keep doing that to the wrong brush. I need that line underneath again. I could cheat. Let's see if I can do it by hand real quick. And then I'll cheat. If I can't. Hang on, my brother's texting me some dumb stuff. Okay. I'm talking about a trip that we're going to be taking in December? Yeah, just after Christmas. We're just going to be heading to the mountains. I think I come back on a Tuesday. I'm not sure. No, I'll be gone for that. So I'll have to make sure to warn you guys. I might lift the upper eyelid just a touch. I also really want to do like a hashing here, like where, like it looks like her eyes are kind of burning a bit because she's been crying so much. Although she would literally be burning because, like I said, fire. But I want to lift her eyelids just a touch. Because I want her to be squinting, but not like super tight. There. I think that's the one. Hang on 1 second. Wow, I'm screwing up this. I don't usually do this, but I have to do it for like the digital screen. Because it's hard. Because I think I usually just do this with like a sheet of paper. And also with traditional media, I don't get as much of an opportunity to change stuff once I already have it down. I actually think I like these center lines a little better. Or maybe just this right here. But I don't really increase it too much. Just thicken up the upper eyelid. I just make it like very slightly bigger on this side. Then I gotta do the same for this. Just enough, just a little just a little juice. Just a smooch. See, I'm good at evening up eyes. I think it's a little bit more to the left, but by like a decimal point. Yeah, it is a little bit more to this side, but we can easily fix that. This isn't a cheat because I still created the eye. I just need to move it just a touch. Let me deselect because that's the walking ants can be a little distracting. Jeez. See, just like that. That's all I need. I'm gonna cheat now. Now I think they're perfect. Merge back down. There we go. You got a very adorable. Sorry, I want to tweak it a little bit more. Yeah, we're... Oh, I just noticed I actually have the same mistake I made on both of them. That's kind of funny. I'm consistently good at making the same mistake. Why did I get a phone call? Who's calling? It's a random number. I love robocalls so much. Robocalls are one of those things that I just flat out don't understand how we have not banned it, like, on both sides of the aisle. Like, as much as I understand that Republicans are literally not able to do anything except for, like, regress society. Like, I still don't understand, like, how did the older people not get annoyed? Because they use phones more. Like, I understand that they love business, but, like, they even call centers, they even consider that business. Like, that's insane. And, like, Apple has to do it. And it's like, Apple isn't, like, in a rush to do it either because they're a corporation. They don't have to. They don't care if they're, like, people hate phones. Because they're still going to buy them anyways because they need a phone. Anyway, so, sorry, I'm getting really sidetracked. The anti-capitalist in me jumped out for a minute. Wait, oh, I had an idea for this. I just realized. Okay. I just remember George Carlin was in Bill and Ted. I don't know why that came up in my head now, but I can't stop my brain from doing what it does. I've tried. Okay. So now we're just gonna cut out the eyes. In a good way. Well, actually, we're gonna need a little bit more than that now that I think about it. We're also gonna need the mouth and everything too. Because I just realized I had to do that as well. I had to fix the nose and mouth along with changing the eyes. Blank face. Put this up. We're gonna erase her face. So turn that off for a second. Then we're just gonna select, deselect. Again, I'm on the wrong. Forgot about that function for a second. I was like, how did I do that? Now we just need to clear the original. Gonna be very careful about trying to preserve as much of this as I can. Oh my god. I think my brother just finally asked for me to do a D&D campaign with him. Let's not freak out. Let's not freak out. Now the thing is, I've never run a D&D campaign. And I've always been the little goblin that just, you know, let somebody else do all the work for me. I'm just there to play a silly D&D character. But if it can get my brothers into it, I might have a little bit more incentive. Deselect. Why is this on a different layer? What is this coming from? Hello? Is the other layer still on? Oops. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. That's really bad. Okay. We can save. We saved. Here we go. Isn't she beautiful now that she has no face? Anyway. There we go. And then we just glue that right on. Ladies and gentlemen, that's how it's done. That's how you spend 2 hours trying to tweak this much. What was it? What did I do in these 2 hours? I added rings, I finished her pants, tweaked her shoulders, did the hair, and then also fixed the face. That was a total of 3 hours. For a tiny tweak. I'm not mad if you're mad. I could do a longer one. We can keep going after 9:30. We'll see. Depends. What do I have to do next? Oh, sorry. Listen. Oh, let me merge these because right now the face is separate. All right, now we're all together. All right, so let's see. God, this is gonna be awesome. I'm gonna have fun. Okay, so I could do flats. I think I'm gonna go ahead and render. Okay, I can do both actually. Oh, I gotta think of a background too. Let me work on that real quick. Let me see if I can do that. I think I can do a background. I might have done it once or twice. They've never been good, but at least I've done them. So obviously the ground should be like parallel to her. Why did it not do anything? It's an eraser for some reason. Actually, let me make it like a 15. The background should probably not be thicker than her, but you know. I'm gonna lift this a little higher. Try to make it fit with the edge. The corner, I mean. Just to look nice. What do we look at? What do we look at a flat? Is this 0? Does everything look? Do I have a roll of thirds still? Yes, I do. No, it's right on the center of her forehead. It's nice. It's actually usually where you want the rule of thirds. If the focus on the person is usually like right between the eyes, and that's kind of where I got it right now. So I'm pretty happy with that. I'm just thinking for a bit. Could I do like a really crazy background? Hang on. Do I still have that cube? No, I don't. But I can easily make the cube. You'll know what I'm talking about in a second. Get rid of it. Okay. So her like space is this. I did everything in a cube first in order to get the position of everybody. Everything. So the angle is this. This is like the angle that she's in. We're looking up at her, and everything's kind of just like it's a little tweak. This is actually a little bit more extreme. Let me dial it down. Let me just do it again. Okay, I see where we're going. Okay. So in this like 3D space, the background should be like here. You can also maybe have it round, so we can have like a fisheye lens effect where everything, the straight lines actually become curved. Ooh, and I just got an idea of what we can do for background. Originally, I was going to do just like a really boring, just bedroom, basically. But I think what we can do is actually make it look like the house around her is burning. Oh, I got it. So this line is going to go like this. It's getting a little kooky because I'm intentionally like distorting the lines so we can fit more into it. You can do that with FOV. So usually in cameras, the way that they get these like really wacky perspectives and really distorted patterns is that the resolution of, sorry, not the resolution, the focal of the focal length of the camera is so extreme that it makes like straight lines in the background distort because it's a much rounder camera. So the reason I use the term fisheye lens is because a fisheye lens has a really like exaggerated camera. I think it's like full 180. Hold on. People who play video games know this as FOV, field of view. So if you have like the default is like 90, and that's kind of like a realistic, like your perspective only is this, you know, just like very much like in real life. But if you, a lot of people like to play it at like 120, where everything starts to stretch out a bit. So even though your eyes should normally only be able to see this much, you're actually going to be able to see this much. So so everything gets crushed into the screen. Let's bring horror all the way to the front. So you see, so even though I'm trying to think of a way to explain it. Okay, so like normally if the camera was like a very flat camera, you would only see like her upper half. Hold on, let me draw on it. So a normal camera would only be able to see this. But with a fisheye lens, it's actually seeing like in like a full 180 degree camera. So you're able to see basically like everything within like a certain limits. So instead of being this flat square like a traditional camera, it's actually like a full round, and you're able to see completely on the sides. Kind of like how some animals, their eyes are able to see really wide, but not very sharply. I don't know if any of this is making sense, by the way, but this is just like a way to think about like cameras and distortions and angles. That way you can get like really crazy stuff. And I like to use fisheye, think of stuff in fisheye a lot, because it makes it so I can have like really crazy angles. So instead of seeing this, we're actually seeing all. I wonder if there's like a FOV guide that you can just Google. Okay, so here's kind of an explanation. Wait, hold on. I'm seeing such a bad example. Okay, so here you go. Trust gamers to know what about FOV. I copied the wrong one. What? There we go. All right. So you see here on a 90-degree angle, this is like a standard like camera basically. And then this is 110. So most people who play video games like to increase their FOV. So it crushes a lot of information. And you can kind of see. Let's see. Let me see if I can figure it out where I'm thinking. So like this right here, this line right here. Let me make it way smaller. This line right here it's almost straight. It's a little curved. Maybe like that. But whenever you really stretch it, it becomes a much more prominent curve. So like instead of just being like that slight curve, because everything has to be crushed into this exact same square, because, you know, we're not increasing the canvas isn't getting any bigger, but we can squeeze more information into it by having curve. So you see the difference between these now? We're crushing everything now. So originally, yeah, you can see like here. Let me do this too. See. Let's do it like that. And then we're gonna move it, and you can see the comparison. So you see, everything takes up much less space, and you can cram more information, but there's a lot more distortion, and that distortion is actually kind of not a good thing, but it's like a really fun thing. It makes things a little bit more extreme and dynamic. And you know, that's going to depend on how you want to set your scene. I like to use it a lot. I wonder if I can have that file still. Once I don't, we'll show this, then I'll stop explaining and get back to drawing. Not that. 2022. This is like a very obvious example. Hello? There it is. So you see here, like I'm able to cram a lot more information because like I'm actually crushing the perspective. So instead of just having lines that go like this, you know, like a traditional like X perspective where everything gets like slowly smaller as you go along, I'm able to have like much more of a distortion if I curve the lines and make things feel a lot more round. Man, that's not actually the best example. Let me get something with a bit more clear of a horizon, or not a horizon, but that was a little bit more of a different perspective. I think this one. If not this one, I have one more. Okay, so here's another drawing I did. Center you more. So you can see there's a very clear like roundness to it. Very clear roundness to it. And I actually did draw a grid out so I can get that the angle I want to write. It's not exactly good science. Like I didn't like think it out too much, but I did draw a grid at least to get like put my mind around how I wanted it to look first. So I'm able to like put much more information into the picture and have like this much more interesting angle without having to basically change the canvas size. Like the canvas is going to be a rectangle no matter what I do to it. And it's the same thing for cameras, where it's like you can cram more information into it without having to change the, I don't know, the TV you're using. Undo all that. And then if I did it like normally, then it would only be flat. You wouldn't get as much of a roundness or to it. Like you wouldn't have as much of a. You would sacrifice some of the background in order to fit that well, and you wouldn't be able to get as many angles. At least in me, that's how I feel about it. But yeah, I like fisheye lens. I'll stop rambling about that now, and get back to doing the background. Anyways, so the reason I bring that up is because we're gonna do a really kooky background. And the reason why I brought this up is because like I already made the camera angle on. So I already have this camera angle, so you can tell like you're looking from below her, because a lot of the objects that are real over here towards the bottom are a lot closer or a lot bigger, and then the head's a lot smaller than it would normally be. So there's already a perspective there, and then you can amplify that by doing a even more distorted background. So you can tell it's like a distorted character on a distorted background to amplify that feel. So it's like really like she's pushed back, but the background is going to be even pushed back farther, so you can really get a clear picture on how like distorted the camera is. Hopefully that's the plan. We'll see how well I do it. One sec. I also have to consider whether or not the fire is going to follow that same look. So hold on, I think the fire might make it look a little bit flat. We'll have to consider that whenever I get to the fire part, to make sure that like when it goes back, it needs to really push far back, because because of the way that the camera moves. She's actually really close to the wall, but the camera makes it look like she's super far away. So to keep it consistent, it needs to go far back, but that's for another time. Right now we just need to get like the basics of the background, and I think I'll stop there. Okay. Oop. Wow. I do not need a 1,000 pixel brush, please. I just wanted like 15. Thank you. Hang on, do I still have that? There. We're gonna turn the camera back around. There we go. Here we go, now I can make things even. Let me actually just move this background. Sorry, I'm turning the background. Okay, I think that's where it needs to be. Then we can fix it here. Hello? Oh, my tablet was off. I'm gonna do that, and then we're gonna like lower the opacity, and then I'm gonna try to like brush in like the texture we're going for, because I want at least to look like a burning building, but I want it to be like a really rough. So we're gonna just like do this. I'm thinking like, you know, like this structural bit like on fire. I'm gonna do like a second color for the actual fire part. Probably orange, because, you know, fire. Something darker actually, like this. And then it's kind of like waves on the roof, ceiling. And it's like traveling on top of on the walls. Let me look up inside a burning building. Hopefully nothing crazy comes up. To a house. Oh my god. Ooh, that one might be the one. That's like an extreme image. I'm getting distracted by a bunch of crazy images. Let me go back. I think something like this. And let's go with also... go with this one. Okay. So you see here, like just like this, kind of like these structure supports and everything. That's the look I need to do for these beams. Kind of, it's not really beams, but I mean, I think every house has like some sort of structural support. Otherwise, you know, how would it be standing? And then like also like this like churning waves of fire on the roof. I think this might be CG, but I think like that effect at least like is convincing. So we're gonna try to channel those a bit. Keep those as references. Well, did not mean to do that. What is happening? Why won't it let me type? Hello? Google? Okay, there it goes. Oh, that's terrifying. Sorry, I'm thinking to lighting.
Don't cry.
Sorry, I got distracted looking at lighting references. No, alright, right back. What was I doing? Oh, I think I was playing ahead and doing the shadows. Alright, so we're gonna keep that. Just put a bookmark in that for a bit. I think I'm gonna do just a quick flat and then call it. I've practiced, I know how to do this now. I think, I hope. Please. Let's here. Go. So go. Okay. So we're on the right tool. Oh, okay. There we go.
Don't cry.
You can hear my pen hitting the little hole in my tablet. That still works somehow. Okay, then let's see if we can get the little holes in the hair. I think that's the only like gap that needs to be filled. Here too. Here. Any other gaps? No, it should be. All right. Then we need a base tone, so we're gonna go with. Let's go with like 50% gray. Let's go like straight default colors. Not playing around. Yeah, like perfect middle. Because we're gonna be doing the shadows first, and then see if we can play with gradient maps for this drawing. And I'm just using this in order to just get like one quick base layer. We're not gonna be doing all the different colors just yet. Okay. I think that's... Wait, while the computer does the colorizing. It's taking a lot longer than I thought it would for just 2 colors. Sorry, you didn't need to hear that. Holy crap, this is taking a very long time. I think I did everything correctly though, for once. Knuckles. My knuckles. They're popping. I'm gonna get some big stretches while I'm waiting. We're almost there. Oh, is it done? No. Shouldn't be, because it didn't do anything. Hello? Oh. What's going on? Hello? What is it doing? Oh, hold on. I think I need to send it to a paint layer before I can actually see what it looks like. Okay. That didn't do very well. Which is weird. Oh, I forgot to cut it out. Okay, hold on. This is supposed to be transparent. Then... I don't know why the other ones aren't working. Let's tweak it a little bit. Oh, I colored over some gaps. I see. Let's get rid of all this here on the edge. Because I think this texture is really confusing them. Oop. Okay, and then we grab 50% again. Ah. Okay, let's try doing that again. Refresh. So I guess we got like another 5 minutes. Okay. I'm very excited about this piece. I really am having like a lot of fun with this. Even like, just like conceptually, I just think it's a nice idea. I mean, it's like I explained before, like I don't think it's like a super original concept. Heartbreak, you know, fire, whatever. People who are like emotional pyrokinetics. I mean, what was her name? Elizabeth? Elizabeth from Hellboy. Who else has fire? Probably one of the X-Men movies. There's somebody with fire that can't control it. That feels like an every X-Men thing. Firestarter, I guess. I've never even watched that movie. I just know it is a movie, and I'm pretty sure she does have that aspect of herself where she has fire and can't control it because of her emotions, and she's like a 12-year-old. Because she's a 12-year-old. But she also has like abusive parents. I think that's what it was. I can't remember. We good? How we look? Still says 98%. Oh, it's good. Okay. So to paint layer, vert. There we go. That's looking much better. Still some tweaks, but that's not bad at all. We can work with it. Okay, clean it up. First of all, let's grab the color so we can do a little bit of both. Oop. Why are they both erasers? Or why are they both paintbrushes? It should be one eraser. I know the hair is going to be where it has issues because that's always where the issues are. Because the hair is always like super strandy and vague. I mean, some people might have no issue with it, especially if you have like very chunky art style where like the hair usually doesn't have like very skinny strands. But for me, I like it when the hair is really streaky. This feels very real. Then yeah, I definitely had a hard time with these like little tiny gaps. Didn't do too bad here on this side. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Here's good. Oh, I didn't check this out. Yeah, no, that's good too. Oops. Go away. All the little pockets over here, it should have issues. They're all good. Yeah, that didn't take much fixing at all. I mean, the second time through, because I didn't realize what the issue was the first time. Okay. Then we can like start rendering it out from there. Let me put it in the background. Bop. Let me get the blood. Bop. Or not blood, the fire. Pop. What if we make it like a divide? Oop, not that. That. Ooh, maybe not divide. Maybe color dot. That didn't do anything else. Soft light. Overlay. Overlay is interesting. Color. Addition. Hard light. Soft. That's green. Whoops. Linear dot. Lighten. Nope. Erase. Erase is interesting, but not what I want. I think addition's probably like the like closest to where I want it to be. It's our world is falling apart. Ugh. Okay, and then from there we can start to render out each and every section. I think we're gonna do shadows, then we're gonna play with the gradient maps, and then we'll see what to do from. Hang on, I'm just taking a second to look at it. Just planning ahead, just taking a look at it, thinking about what colors I want to use, what effects I want to use. But right now, we're real good. We're doing real good. I'm really happy with this. All right, that's what we're gonna call it. Let me go and give it a save. Okay, so thank you for being here today, even if it was only here for a few minutes. If you were here for only a few minutes. I really appreciate anybody giving me the time of day. Let me fix my camera. Sorry. All right. Yeah, I really appreciate anybody giving me the time of day, even if it's only for like a minute or, you know, you're just catching up on the archive stream. Either way, I really appreciate just anybody spending time and checking out my art. I hope you guys enjoy. Please feel free to check out my Instagram. I have it posted down below on the little bars over here, as well as, you know, in the About Me section. That's usually where I post art first. I did make a post earlier today. Make sure to check out my YouTube channels. I have the full stream archive, which, you know, obviously has all my streams just archived onto those. And then I also have the time-lapse channel, which is where I speed every session up into like 5 minutes, so you can just see my progress and catch up if you don't have the time to watch the full stream archive. You can still keep up with the progress that way. And also, once I'm done, I also compile everything into a supercut. So that's going to be every time lapse from the very start of the drawing all the way to the very end of the drawing, combined together into more of like a 10-minute, 12-minute time lapse. And those are really fun. That also went up last week for Talib, the Vampire the Masquerade character that I decided to work on and finish about 2 weeks ago. Time moves fast. No, 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Oh, that video should have went up last Wednesday. Yeah, last one. So yeah, go and make sure to check that out. I really love those supercut time lapses because they make me look like I'm actually good at what I'm doing. You know, you cut out all of the fat. Turns out I look pretty good. Make sure to check out my well, if you like, go and check out my DeviantArt. I've stayed pretty active on there, despite the fact that DeviantArt kind of is terrible. But you know, it is what it is. You know, I've been there since like 2013, so I like having a place where I can collect art, and ArtStation just isn't the same. That's more of like a portfolio. Not the point. Check out my commission sheet down below if you want me to work on your character. I would love to do like any kind of like a role-playing character, or even just like a portrait of somebody you know in real life, or a character from the comic book, anime, anything. I really enjoy being able to draw for people, and I try to make sure to really make sure everybody's happy by the end of the drawing. So yeah, go and shoot me an email or send me a message on Instagram. Either one is where I'd prefer to be contacted at. DeviantArt's a little bit too much body, and I mean Instagram has a lot of bots too, but you know it is what it is. Email is probably the best because I actually do check my email, and it's a little bit more professional. Yeah, check out my commission sheet down below. We could talk about exactly what you would be up for, you know, like how much it would be, and I'd love to work with you. And then also check out my donation link down below. If you just feel like dropping a few cents or, you know, like a few dollars, I'd really appreciate it. It makes me feel a little bit more incentivized to spend more time on the platform, which is, you know, it's fun. Like, I just like hanging out and being able to relax and then draw for a minute. It keeps me dedicated to the pieces that I'm working on, so, you know, I'm not spending weeks away from my drawing. So yeah, I'd really appreciate if you just, you know, just drop whatever you feel like. I like money. Money's good. Do you like money? I like money. Anyways, I think that's pretty much it. I don't think I have anything planned for next Tuesday other than, you know, my usual stream. Let me double check to make sure I don't have anything in the way. Yeah, I should be all good for next Tuesday. So I'll be here next Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. So if you want to catch me then, I'll be here and we'll be continue working on this. Once I turn off the stream, I'm gonna go through all the layers, organize them, and then write down notes for what the plan is, so I can focus on getting exactly or smooth out the process that I'm going to be experimenting with. We'll see. So this is session 2. Hopefully it is not I think my standard is now 7 sessions. So every this Talib and the vampire before that both took 7 sessions. And before that, it used to be like 10 or 8, 9 sessions per vampire. So I am slimming it down, but we'll see if I can get that even slimmer, because I want to spend, I want to get to like maybe 5. I think 5 would be perfect. And then if I could get it down to like 2 for like a really quick one, that would be great. For like a really like high quality finished one, 5 days would be a great. And then for like a quick sketch that I just want to put out there, this would be close to like just a quick sketch. I want that to be 2 sessions. Obviously, not there yet. Still working on the process. Today was a lot of tweaking of small things, and that's what took up a lot of time. So, you know, it happens. I'm okay with like every now and again not being able to pull it, but we're gonna keep working on it. Keep trying to get it right, and I hope you guys enjoy keeping me company. Until then.